Hey Keith, good evening everyone from the Hartford newsroom. You know, people have very, very busy lives these days, and lots of times people don't realize there's an election until days before Election Day.
When President Obama campaigned in Bridgeport for Democrats 4 days before the 2010 election, it helped bring out large numbers of voters on Election Day in that city. So many people turned out that some polling places actually ran out of ballots. What is unknown is how many people had to be turned away because they weren't registered to vote. Unlike 12 other states, which have allowed same-day voter registration for years, here in Connecticut you generally have to register about 2 weeks before Election Day or you're out of luck. Some elected officials say that while campaigning in the days close to Election Day, people say they'd like to vote but forgot to register.
Been representing the district now for 9 years, and that's a common occurrence.
The bill moving forward in the House would allow you to register online for the first time, and it would allow you to register on Election Day with proper identification, a bill being loudly opposed by Republicans.
We know now, even without same-day voter registration, there's all sorts of problems going on, evidenced by the governor's election last year in Bridgeport.
But the Secretary of the state says several investigations have concluded that most voter fraud centers around absentee ballots, not voter impersonation on Election Day.
What if, for instance, somebody who's a student from Virginia, let's say, already voted by absentee ballot in Virginia? What checks do we have that he or she isn't voting twice?
That could happen now, theoretically.
Oh, it could.
We have had very little evidence that anything like that goes on.
Now, the debate on this bill just began shortly before we went on the air, just shortly before 6 o'clock. This bill is expected to pass in the House of Representatives tonight and then move on to the state Senate. Governor Malloy supports this concept, has said that he supports this bill. And who can forget, Governor Malloy probably owes his election to that Obama rally in Bridgeport that brought out all those extra voters on Election Day. Live from the Hartford newsroom, Mark Davis, News 8.